I need to know what those days are.
Hey guys, what's happening? I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and we've got an NHL total chaos for this Friday, November the 5th. With me today, I've got two Nicks. I've got Nick Earle from Earle Sports Bets. How's it going, Nick?
Oh, not too bad. 2-1 start to the hockey days so far. Played a couple first period totals under in Toronto and the Islanders. Both of those cashed. I did have the first period over at the Knights. That's 0-0 now. So 2-1 to start the day. Can't complain. Got a couple other plays coming up later. So hopefully a good day for hockey.
All right, excellent. I love to hear it. Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room. How are things going with you today?
Fantastic. Totally looking forward to getting into this with Nick here.
Nick or treat right now. We got a little Nick or treat. All right, so we're going to start off. If you haven't seen Total Chaos before, here's how it works. I'm going to give them 5 hockey games that happen on Friday, November the 5th. They're going to tell me if they go over or under the total, and whoever gets the most correct comes back next week as the champ. Y'all ready to rock?
Let's do this.
All right, Blackhawks are at the Jets. The total is 6. Nick Earle, you're starting us off.
Yeah, I'm going to start off by going over in this matchup here. We've seen what these Blackhawks have done so far to start the season. They give up 3.82 goals allowed per game, which is 31st in the NHL. And then on the Winnipeg side here, we do have one of the better offenses in the league. Surprisingly, the Winnipeg Jets have gone off to a hot start offensively. They're 7th in the league with 3.44 goals scored per game. And they do give up 3.22, which is 24th in the NFL. So I like the over in this match. I think we see some goals here.
All right. Nick Parsons, agree or disagree?
I agree as well. I mean, Chicago, it needs victories. Obviously, it's just 1-8-2. It's off a 4-3 loss at home to Carolina. To win games, it's going to have to push the pace. It's going to have to score goals. There's no way it's going to win with its defense the way things are going for it now. And yeah, Winnipeg, it's one of the higher scoring teams here. It should be able to take advantage of this porous Chicago defense. So we're going over.
I like that. Porous. I like that. Good adjective, Mr. Parsons. Okay, keep it rolling with the Rangers at the Oilers, and your number there is 6.
Yeah, I'd say that this is the most interesting matchup on the board on Friday night. The rest of the games are kind of lopsided in nature or bottom feeder teams, but this is a really interesting matchup here. You got the Rangers at 6-2-2, the Edmonton Oilers at 8-1, and so I think you would, when you look at this, the Oilers, they're the highest scoring team in the league, but they're also really good defensively. The Rangers are one of the lower scoring teams in the league. However, they got a fantastic defense. I just think that the last thing the Rangers can do is turn this into a track meet here and keep up with the Oilers. So I'm expecting a slower paced game here from the Rangers. They have to play in Calgary the following night. I don't think that they're going to want to open this one up. So I'm going under.
Under we go. Okay, Nick Earle, do you agree or disagree with this one?
Yeah, and actually one of my favorite plays is coming from this game tomorrow. I like the first period under more than anything in this game, but I like the full game under as well. The Rangers have actually gone under in the first period in 9 of their 10 games. But looking at this Rangers team, they've gone under in 8 of 9. They are a slow-paced team. They give up the 5th least goals per game, which is at 2.20. And not to mention, they have now what's looking like a borderline top 5 goalie in the NHL with Igor Shesterkin here, who is 5-1-1 with a .943 save percentage and a 1.85 goals allowed average. So overall, this Rangers team has been playing really well defensively, and I consider that to continue tomorrow here. As scary as it might be taking an under in an Oilers game, considering they lead the league in goals scored per game at 4.22, I think we see a lower scoring game here with the Oilers and the Rangers in this spot.
All right, and then bonus pick, under in the first period. All right, Predators are at the Canucks, 5.5 on this one. Nick Earle.
Yeah, looking at this matchup here, I'm going to go under in this one. We have seen these two teams trend a little bit more towards the under so far this season. Predators going under in 6 of 10. Vancouver going under in 7 of 9. And these are middling teams, really, in the NHL. Nashville, 18th in goals scored per game, 16th in goals allowed. On the other side, we have Vancouver, who actually is 26th in the league in goals scored per game at 2.4. So this is really a Vancouver team that we were expecting to be a little bit higher scoring this season, at least I was, and has struggled offensively. So I like the under in this spot here. I like these goaltenders with Saros and Demko. So this is a good little spot here potentially for an under.
All right. Nick Parsons, agree or disagree?
Well, this is the first one we're disagreeing on here. Now, Vancouver's seen the total go over the number in 6 of its last 7 after playing to 3 straight unders. As Nick pointed out here, neither of these teams are great offensively, but they haven't been fantastic defensively either. So, yeah, I just think that these are 2 really hungry teams that have underperformed to this point, and I expect sort of a more wide open affair. I'm going over.
Under and over. All right, our first disagreement. Someone's going to win, y'all. Someone's going to win. Okay, so we got the Coyotes at the Ducks. 5.5 is the number. Nick Parsons, what are you thinking about the Coyotes?
Yeah, well, this was one of those games I was referring to as sort of the bottom feeders here, especially Arizona. I mean, it's completely struggling here. The Coyotes 0-9-0-1, Anaheim's 4-2-1. Now, Anaheim have been trending to the over up until recently, but then in its last game it went under, but it did win 4-0 over New Jersey. It had no problem scoring any goals there. New Jersey's just horrible offensively as well. Now, Arizona, of course, it can't score at all. It's on a massive losing streak. It hasn't won a single game here. It's seen the total go under in 3 straight. Hey, I'd say that it can't get any worse here, that it's going to have – this is a game that, I mean, against a team that it has a legitimate shot at hopefully getting a win. So I'm going to think that it finally gets a couple goals here. You guys, I'm going over in this one.
Ooh, Mr. Contrarian. I like it. Nick Earle, how are you going to play this one?
Yeah, we have the marquee matchup of the evening here, Arizona and Anaheim. That's obviously blatant sarcasm. Arizona 0-9-1 this year. And I think they're going to have to search a little longer for their first win. I do like Anaheim in this spot, but one thing I do like a little bit more is the under in this spot, actually. And it's not because this Arizona team is particularly great, but they do have a little bit of a surprise here. Granted, he has an 0-6-0 record, but Karel Vejmelka has actually looked not bad in net for these Arizona Coyotes. 9.22 save percentage, 2.54 goals allowed per average. And he's actually helped these first periods go under in the last few games as well. If you look at the Arizona Coyotes, they've covered the first period plus a half a goal in 4 of their last 5. Because I know a lot of people have been trying to fade them that way in the first period, and it's not worked. So I do think this could be a lower scoring game. We've noticed a lot when teams are going up against these Coyotes, they overlook them. They are like, okay, we can just go through the motions and then score a goal late and win by 2 and call it a night. Like this is an Arizona team that doesn't score. To no surprise, I believe they're 32nd in the NHL at 1.30 goals per game, and they're 32nd at 4.10 goals allowed per game. So this is definitely the worst team in hockey, but I think this game stays under.
Okay, last one for the round. Devils are at the Kings, 5.5 to you, Nick Earle.
Yeah, I'm going to go under in this spot here. Both these teams have been trending a little bit more towards the unders. Kings under in 7 of 10 this season. And yeah, this New Jersey offense is really tempered off since they lost Jack Hughes. They've now dropped to 20th in the NHL with 2.63 goals allowed per game. And I like New Jersey heading into this season here. They were a team that I believe in the future. I said, or a future show I did, said 55-1 was kind of appetizing for New Jersey Stanley Cup. I think that this team, with the additions they made in the offseason, was at least a fringe playoff contender. Now without Jack Hughes, this team is definitely taking a hit, and it's taken a hit offensively. This is still a decent defensive team. Whether it's Bernier, Wedgwood, or eventually Blackwood in net, I do like the defensive core here for New Jersey. I think this game stays under.
Parsons, what do you say?
Well, you talked about me being a contrarian at heart, but no, I'm joining Nick on this one. I just can't see where the offense is going to come from New Jersey. I just talked about how terrible they were there in the 4-0 loss to the Ducks. The Kings are off a 3-2 shootout win over St. Louis. They play a similar style, these teams, a trap. They like to sit back, wait for the other team to make the first mistake. There's not a lot of offense, and so I'm going under.
All right. Actually cashed on that Kings game plus money thanks to your old opponent here, Nick Earle.
Nice.
Gave me that
yeah.
play on Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday night? Last night.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do a little bit of recap. And I want to remind everybody where to find these guys. All right. Nick Earle is with Earle Sports Bets. Find him on Twitter at BetsEarle. And then subscribe to his YouTube channel, Earle Sports Bets on YouTube. What are you guys doing over there at Earle Sports Bets that everyone needs to know about?
We have our show every single morning at 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Earle Sports Bet Show. And we do free pick videos every night. And then over on the site, we have everything going on right now between NHL. My brother's doing NBA. We both come together for college and professional football. And college basketball starting on Tuesday. So we'll have plenty of college hoops as well just to kick off the season.
I cannot wait. Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room. You find him at the Insiders Room on Twitter and at the picksandparlays.net site when you're looking for premium picks. What do you guys got brewing over at the Insiders Room, Nick? Or can we not know because we have to be insiders?
Well, you know what? We are also super excited about the college basketball season starting just next week. And we've gotten out to a really hot start in the NBA. And so that's the focus for us right now. We're focusing on the NBA. Our big plays, our 10-star plays are 10-2 this year. So come check out the Insiders Room at picksandparlays.net. You can get all of our different records and different things off our homepage there.
Beautiful. And when you're over at picksandparlays.net, use the promo code FALL, FALL, saves 20% off of the entire site, all the free picks, all the premium picks and packages. Get both of their premium packages, get them together, save 20% off of that. That's how we can do it. All right, so let's do some recapping. The Blackhawks are at the Jets. The number is 6, and they're both taking it over. The Rangers are at the Oilers, another number 6, and this time we're going under. Bonus pick. Nick Earle likes the Rangers first period under 1.5 goals. The Predators take on the Canucks. It's 5.5. We split on this one. Nick Earle goes under. Nick Parsons goes over. The Coyotes at the Ducks. Parsons is going over 5.5. Nick Earle says it stays under. And when the Devils meet the Kings, we agree again. 5.5. Too many points. It's staying under the number. All right, guys, that's it for this round of Total Chaos NHL. Thanks so much for joining me. And like I always say, may the best capper win.